this is what happens when you just go on a random drive in the afternoon. We just went to go to Kilkivan bush camp for a look from home, and we saw a sign saying Chimney on the way in, and I asked at the bush camp office about what the chimney was, and she said it was an old smelter. And yeah, we'll give you some details on it. We've just got to read it. So
yeah, there's some information.
Yeah. So yeah, we just came through this track here, and here she be. And it's in still bloody tip-top condition, considering it was built in
1873.
There you go, 1873. I was going to say late 1800s, so 1873. And have a look at the workmanship. Bloody cracking. And Jules is just going to read out the plaque that's here on the chimney itself.
So it was erected in 1873. It's called the Mount Clara Smelter. It was a copper smelter, and the architect is actually unknown. It is thought that the mining commenced in the Mount Clara, Mount Cura area in 1872. The Mount Clara smelter was built in 1873 and only operated until 1875. The ore was taken to the Mount Cura smelter for treatment after this date, when the Mount Clara holdings were bought out by the Mount Cura Copper Mining Company in 1874. The eventual closure of the mines was attributed by Rands in 1886 to the high cost of fuel for the smelters. The Mount Clara smelter was among the earliest to be built in Queensland. The smelter remains were renovated in 1978 by the Kilkivan Shire Council. The firebox is in particularly good condition, with various brick and stone walls of the smelter ranging in height from 170 centimetres to 120 centimetres. The internal ovoid of the whatever that word is smelter can be easily seen. Iron staples are inserted into the base plinth of the smelter at regular intervals and seem to support points for the rail reinforcing bars which would have originally bound the smelter. The slag heap is small and contains large square sand mould slag blocks,
which we'll go and have a look at in a minute.
It's pretty amazing, I must say. Like, it is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, just for a random afternoon drive. Like, we've just been thinking of things we can come to look at that other people don't show, or just stuff we haven't heard of. And yeah, we just turned off and we saw this sign that said, what did it say? Chimney.
Chimney.
Chimney. And
looking up, there was some thing to do with that they actually transported the sand for this smelter from Fraser Island. So that just blows your mind when you think in the 1800s, you know, like,
yeah, it would have been like horse and cart, possibly even walking. Like, yeah, it's hard to say. Like,
just amazing.
It took us a while to get in here just in the car. All the little creek crossings, which are just bloody gorgeous.
But then you think of the things that are man-made now in today's world, and you look at this and how perfectly erected it is. You know, there were no cranes or any of the tools that we have today. This was purely
man-made.
Purely
yeah, handmade.
Really. It's inspirational, and it's still standing today.
So obviously, as the sign says, it says fireplace, There's steps down into there. And
There's a kangaroo over
yeah, I don't know exactly how it worked, but that's what it says. There's something else around the back. We'll go and have a look at that. It says slag drawn off here and hearth, which obviously is part of the procedure. I'm not exactly sure. So I don't know whether that's what's underneath the rock there, whether that was where the slag was or what. Just having a look around, but I just love how good a condition that chimney's still in. That's just bloody wicked. Alright, so this here actually looks like melted rock. So I'd say this might be the slag pile, which would make sense.
Whoa,
Because, well, there's the stack just there, so it's only 20 odd metres away, 25 metres. So, yeah, because it just looks out of place, all these black rocks around here. What we're standing on, just, yeah, just seems like it's out of place. So I'd say that was the slag pile I'm talking about. That's how hard the slag is. It's like metal, even though it looks like rock. I suppose it still is probably rock, I don't know. It's something we can research. But that piece in Ashley's left hand, showed Ash. That bit there.
There's heaps of
Yeah,
it.
you can see where it's melted.
That is super cool.
Jerry doesn't know what she's missing out.
Oh, that's what happens, hey?
That is super cool. That is the coolest thing ever.
Ashley the explorer.